I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have very high hopes for this movie, and unfortunately Disney and Marvel proved me right, because this movie, it kind of sucks. I'm going to try and do a very quick review because honestly I can't be bothered to talk too much about this movie because I'm still fuming from how irritating it was watching this movie. So I'm not going to waste too much time talking about this movie. There might be some spoilers in this review. I'm still not quite sure yet. So if you haven't watched the movie, please go watch the movie. Come back and listen to my review when you're done. You have been warned. Come on. So in the sequel to Black Panther, unfortunately, the king has died. We aren't told what killed him, some mysterious illness, but he's passed and the kingdom is now in the control of all the women, and they have to fend off a new enemy and come to terms with the fact that their king and the Black Panther is no longer around to protect them. And it just, yeah, that's pretty much it. Evil people come and the Wakandan people have to fight them. That's the plot. Now obviously I might be minimizing how deep this plot goes simply because I'm trying to do a quick review. So I've simplified it because they tried to make this movie very deep. They failed. So let me start off by trying to pick out the good things about this movie. I feel like the cast of this movie was great in terms of their ability to act. Now, whether they were able to show what they are capable of doing in this movie is a bit questionable. They paid a nice, lovely tribute to Chadwick Boseman, which was also really nice to see, and it was quite heart-wrenching because you can kind of feel that the actors are feeling the pain that their characters are showing us in these scenes, and it really hurt to watch because then you're hit with the realization again that Chadwick Boseman is no longer going to be playing T'Challa. And yeah, it was done to the best of what I believe that they were able to do, and it was a nice, beautiful tribute because it really, I was tearing up at the beginning of this movie. It had me in my feelings, and I think that that was really well done. I'm honestly struggling to find things that I liked about this movie because there's not that much that I enjoyed about this movie. The plot was boring. This movie was a bore fest. The plot was just basic and very, very, very uninteresting. The script, as far as I'm concerned, was mostly trash because the lines that some of these actors were delivering were just, they kind of fell flat, and I'm just like, no, you are doing a disservice to your talented cast, because it wasn't, Disney was trying to do that bullshit that they always do, and it just didn't work. The comedy fell flat. The characters, the introduction of new characters that nobody cares about didn't work. This whole world that had a lot of women and no men around, it sucked. And then when they did have men around, they're doing the most minimal things, or they're doing nothing, and it's just another quest to show us that women are better than men, except that they're not, because the movies are not great because you are focusing on the wrong things. We can have fantastic female leads if they are created in a manner that people can relate to, but when you create female leads only to push an agenda that women are better than men and women can do everything without any effort, without any skill required, they just are great, it is very, very off-putting. And I speak from the perspective of a woman. I believe in female empowerment, but I can't just wake up today and be good at everything. And that's what we have in these movies, are women that can do everything, and men, when they do show up, that can do very little. And it's very, very irritating. I don't understand why Disney and Marvel do not understand that people don't want to see this. It sucks, especially when your audience is mostly men. No. I don't like watching movies where I feel like I'm being force-fed an agenda that I don't care about. I just want to go to a movie and be entertained. And this movie did not entertain me because it was trying to force-feed me shit that I don't want to see or be fed. I don't care. I just wanted to watch a Black Panther movie, a superhero movie with people doing super stuff in a very cool way. The action sequences in this movie, again, were shit. I didn't like the action sequences in the first movie because they were too CGI heavy. This, I don't feel like it was CGI well, it was, but then they just sucked. There was nothing, like, I've heard people talking about how the action sequences are great, and I'm like, where? What scene in this freaking movie where there was action was any good? It was basic stuff, and at this point, I feel like we should have progressed. I mean, come on. If you're making a movie after the Avengers movie and you cannot give us action sequences at the same level, why are we watching this? Like, I could go, I'm genuinely very irritated and disappointed by this movie because I feel like the first movie laid a great foundation for this to take over, and I know unexpected things happened, and so they had to make decisions that must have been really tough, but I don't think that this movie should have had the Black Panther that it had. I don't think that it worked. I don't think that much of it, it was trying to do something. I don't know what it was trying to do, but whatever it was trying to do, it didn't do it. Unless it was trying to suck, in which case it achieved its goal. And I don't want anyone attacking me and telling me that, you know, it didn't suck, it was wonderful. This is my opinion. Just mine. It is not a reflection on what Black Panther stands for a generation of people of color. That is absolutely, I am just judging this purely based on a movie perspective. And as a movie, this is not the one. And this direction that Disney are going with, always trying to put women in places without ever having to make any effort and just being super and great and wonderful. This is not the way to empower women. You are making women the enemy because you are making women believe that they can achieve whatever they want to achieve without having to make any effort. That is not real life. It's bullshit, and I ain't with it. What did you think of the movie? Please leave a comment below, let me know. And as always, thank you for taking the time to listen to me talk. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please, 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 please come back and watch more videos. Take care. Mwah.